I just bought one of the dumbest automotive buys you can make, and Mrs. Wizard said go for it. She actually green-lighted the project. Let's find out what's going on here. Let's get started. So most of you know by now that we've got a place purchased in New Mexico. It's going to be our retirement house. We'll be moving there permanently, not too far in the future. But until that time, we needed a car that can get us back and forth without breaking the bank with gas mileage. We looked at Priuses, a lot of different types of cars, small cars, and we came across a very broken 2013 VW Golf TDI. Yes, the Dieselgate one. The ones that were right in the middle of Dieselgate. How stupid is that? And Mrs. Wizard said, let's do it. She even got the money out of the bank so I could buy it. Crazy, isn't it? This thing has around 140,000 miles on it. It has some serious issues. Let's take a look around this thing. We're going to dive in and find out what's wrong with this thing, what's broken. Here's the front of this Golf TDI. It has a few scratches in the paint here and there, but it shows very well. It has nice clear headlamp lenses on it. Luckily they're not fogged out. It has some nice 17-inch wheels on it, some tinted windows. It's actually in pretty good shape. It does have a spot back here on the hatch where there was maybe a little rust and it was sanded and painted, but at least it's been taken care of. You can see here it is the Golf TDI, and it has the strangest hatch release handle on it. It's the whole emblem. It rocks. Just like that. Anyways, it's kind of cool. But as you're seeing, it's actually very clean. I was surprised. I was expecting some dents or some rust or something, but it actually is very nice. Let's hop under the hood. I have the top cover off the engine so we can take a look at the 2-liter TDI. It's the CJAA, 140 horsepower, 240 pound-feet of torque. These are very reliable, bulletproof once the emission system's been taken care of. If there's any issues, really the only issues that pop up on them are emissions type things. I don't think the timing belt's ever been done. We kind of took a look behind it, and it looks to be the original belt from 140,000 miles ago, so we definitely will be doing that. And to further prove this is definitely a Dieselgate VW diesel, here's the sticker for proof. It is the TDI emissions modification proof of completion. They didn't really fill it out, but it has the sticker anyway. I'll go ahead and start it up. It idles fine. It seems to run okay, but something is really lacking power, and I think it's the DPF system. But let me go ahead and start it for you guys. One thing I notice when it's running is it has this warning pop up, diesel particulate filter. And it has the little clogged muffler little deal over there as well.
Oh man, this thing stinks there, dear.
You can smell the diesel exhaust in the engine bay, and I believe the diesel particulate system is so clogged that it's just leaking out of every crevice up here in the engine bay, tiny little cracks and things. Normally it wouldn't leak, but there's so much pressure it's building up. Let's actually go take it for a quick drive, guys. It's pretty gutless right now. Alright guys, go ahead and back out and get it onto the road here. Just take a quick little trip, it won't take very long. I can hear the exhaust rattling. It's probably because it's so clogged. I'm surprised it's running. Alright, I've got it floored, Mrs. Wizard, and that's as far as it'll go.
Whoa, this is quite the speed demon.
I've got it down, pedal to the metal. We're doing 30.
Wow, this is impressive, dear. This is great fuel economy, though.
It's very much a slug bug right now. Hardly any power at all. It would be dangerous to take this on the highway. You really couldn't. I don't even know if it could get to 60 or 70 miles an hour. It's so low on power. Poor little thing. Come on, 20, 25. Poor thing. Just let's get it back in the shop, guys, and get this thing on a lift. Let's trade places, Mrs. Wizard. You can give everyone a tour of the interior.
Okay. he's right, 142,970 miles. And yep, that door is open. So far, okay, it's all looking pretty good in there. We know there's going to be a lot of lights lighting up in there when this actually is turned on. But right now it's looking great. As we move up, you'll see, hey, the dash is in good condition. They actually gave us 2 keys when we made this purchase. Then everything's looking good. Got simple HVAC vents. Let's check out the glove box. Oh, Wizard's favorite, locking lug nuts. Yep, those will be gone pretty soon. So we move to our center, we have an infotainment screen. Very simple dials for our HVAC controls, and it does have heated seats, so that is one nice creature comfort that this does come with. We've got a little bit of a hidey spot back there, which has a 12-volt power supply there, and this has one option. It has a traction control, and that's it. It didn't come with anything else. Apparently it could have come with more options, but we didn't get that model. Now be ready, this is going to blow your mind. It's a 6-speed manual transmission. Yes, the Wizard has bought yet another manual transmission, and he says, oh, this one's going to be okay. Luckily, when we drive down to New Mexico, I drive half, he drives half, so he won't be driving it all the time. I'll have half the time. Move back, we've got our e-brake, we've got some cup holders, got a little aux port right there. I have a tiny little armrest with a very small, let me tell you, that is a very narrow little spot there for hiding things. Whew, that's tiny. As I look at our seats, they have a nice kind of a pattern on the sides, but one thing it does have, even though the seat is rather forward right now because we put the seat down on the back to see what it's like in cargo mode, it does have some decent bolster on the side there. It actually is pretty recessed in there. It's hard to see when you're just looking at it without my hand there, so nice and impressive. Has adjustable headrests. Look at the door card. We've got some steel accents along with a cloth armrest, and it does actually still have the TDI floor mats. Here we are to the back seat, and it does have a 40-60 split, and the 60 part is now in cargo mode. The 40 is still in seat mode, so you can see it does actually create a very large storage space for us. So if we are traveling, we need to bring things down there, we have space to do that. If we have people with us, then we can have the seats in seat mode, so that'll be kind of nice. And here we are at that steering wheel. We've got our Volkswagen symbol in the center. We've got some basic controls on each side. So enough of this interior talk. I'm curious what it looks like on the underneath. Let's get this up in the air.
So here we are underneath this little 2-liter TDI, and I see an oil leak right away coming from this charge cooler hose. It looks like it's a little loose on the clip there. Maybe that O-ring is bad and there's some oil blowing out of there. Oil is not a big deal as long as it's not excessive, but it looks like it's been leaking for a little while. That might be a boost leak as well. Radiator looks fine, the fans are happy, no coolant leak going on there. Our transmission being a manual, I don't see any leaks. Up inside here, nice and dry. We can see kind of the DPF system is all up encased inside of there. This is the bottom of it here. Very likely it's just clogged, very clogged. We'll check out these brakes. They're about half gone. The CV boots are good. Sway bar link is good. Struts are not blown. CV boots are good here as well. Brakes are 50%. So yeah, pretty decent, not bad. One thing I do notice, we've been hearing that rattling noise, and I found it. This whole exhaust system, the mounts and everything, is just hanging here. Look at this, guys. It's not even clamped on anymore. Wow. So that definitely is going to be solved when we take care of this DPF system. We're going to have to pull it all apart and see what's going on and remedy the situation. But I know right away this is definitely not good. These clamps are all rusted. Here's our fuel tank. About a quarter full of diesel. No gas. Here's our sway bar in the back. Check out our brakes in the back. They're about 20% remaining. We'll probably just do brakes all the way around. And the shock, they're all Bilsteins and they're not blown, so that's good. 20% remaining on those, on that shock as well. Sway bar links are not loose. Do you remember that Beetle we got, Mrs. Wizard, where every hub bearing was bad?
Oh yeah, that was a fun game for you to play.
Luckily we don't have that issue on this VW, but everything looks good. Everything's intact except for that DPF system and possibly a turbo leak. Let's get this thing on the ground. These cars regularly sell for $8,000 to $10,000, sometimes $11,000 or $12,000 if they're super, super nice, very low miles, but typically $8,000 to $10,000. Here's what I paid for this one. $4,000, almost half price. The previous owner of this had bought it to fix a few things and maybe have a good little city driver. After he saw what's wrong with it, he was way in over his head, and he's like, the DPF system to me just equates to thousands of dollars. I don't have thousands of dollars just for emission systems. So it's time to unload this car. Why do mechanics buy cars like this, purposely broken? Everything's all jacked up on it. Why would you want a car like that? Because once it's repaired, I can be in this thing for way less than a nice one. And even if you buy a nice one, you're probably still going to have 1,000 or 2,000 repairs to get everything else perfect the way I would want it. I'll be way under the cost of getting a fully sorted Golf TDI. And I'm also going to put a small tune on it too to get a little bit more miles per gallon and a little bit more power once we remedy the DPF situation. Now it has some codes. I'll show you the codes here. You can see that it has turbo boost codes, some turbo codes, and also the DPF codes. I'm not going to really worry about the turbo so much right now until we get this DPF situation solved. We go through, remedy that situation and get it taken care of. Then I'll go drive it again and see where we're at. It's very likely we're seeing maybe a small boost leak and the turbo just can't perform because it's choking from the clogged DPF system. It may be fine. I won't know until we take care of the DPF system. I'm going to go with a stage 2 tune, and once everything is tuned, everything's fixed, the horsepower will jump from 140 to about 170, 175, and the torque will jump from roughly 240 to almost 300 pounds of torque, around 280, 290, somewhere around in there. Thanks, Snow Muffler Newton, appreciate it. Way more power, and that's the thing I want to talk about with you as well. We were looking at Priuses, we were looking at different cars which gas engines or have very small, low power engines. And although that would return great gas mileage numbers, the route that we take to New Mexico is full of semi-trucks. And you're constantly passing semi-trucks. It is the fastest route to take. If you go off that route, it adds an hour or 2 hours to the trip. We don't want to do that. So we have to deal with the trucks. And we didn't want to get something that's almost unsafe because it's so low on power that you can't just zip around the trucks and get around. This, once it's fixed, once it's taken care of, will probably return somewhere around 50 miles per gallon and have plenty of power. It'll have the best of both worlds. Power to pass semi-trucks and also economy to get those really high MPGs. There are reports of these, once they've been taken care of and gone through, they can last 300,000, 400,000, and 500,000 miles. These engines are pretty much bulletproof. They're really, really good. We plan on making the trip to Las Cruces twice a month, pretty much. 700 miles there, 700 miles back, that's 3,000 miles a month. Between our truck that we have, the Dodge Ram, Mrs. Wizard's Land Rover Defender 90, we really didn't want to just throw all those miles on those vehicles, and they are not good on gas. We're talking 20, 24, somewhere around in there on the best day. This will get double the mileage. And then between now and the time we actually do move down there permanently, which, by the way, if you're interested in knowing where we're going or the story behind it, our realtor actually did a video. Here's a link in the description below that takes you and describes where we're going, all the details and things for you. But anyways, this car will pay for itself in fuel alone. And it can take the miles. If we add 10, 20, 30,000 miles to this car, it's not going to care. And it's not going to hurt the value, so win-win situation. But we do have our work cut out for us. We have emissions issues, possible turbo issues, which I don't think the turbo is bad, but we'll see. We got to get some tires on it, maybe some brakes. We're going to have to go through this. Oh, and a timing belt and a water pump. So these deals are out there to be had, but you really need to do the work yourself. Be able to work through all the problems without calling people or bothering people or having to buy $5,000 and $10,000 scan tools. You need to be able to do them yourself to make it worthwhile. Just like the previous owner of this vehicle found out, it was in over his head, it was not a good buy, he lost money. But with the Car Wizard buying it, I will make money. It just has to be the right situation with the right person doing the purchase and having the knowledge to fix it. So yes, like I just mentioned, this is a Dieselgate VW diesel. It falls right smack in the Dieselgate era. In 2015, VW was in a lot of trouble with the EPA because they were kind of fudging the numbers and the emissions readings and all those things. They kind of got in a lot of trouble. This definitely fell into that the years prior. As you saw, there's a decal under the hood stating that it's had the updates done to make it no longer a non-compliant vehicle. But a lot of us have heard that term Dieselgate. That's what it is, and yes, this is a Dieselgate car. So I bought a $4,000 heavily broken VW TDI that needs quite a bit of work. What do you guys think? Did I do good? Especially you guys out there that are in the VW TDI world. These things are pretty much bulletproof once they're gone through and fixed. What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know. I think we did pretty good. Once this is sorted, we're going to get super duper miles per gallon. Hopefully I can hold my bladder that long, Mrs. Wizard.
Oh, I guarantee not, dear. We're going to be stopping.
Yeah. It's about 700 miles, like I mentioned, to get there, and I've seen a few of these screenshots when somebody fills up. It's like 600 or 700 mile range. Almost one tank of fuel will get us all the way there in one stride. That's going to be really, really good. So if you're curious what kind of tools we're going to use to fix this Dieselgate VW or any other car in the shop, check our Amazon affiliates link in the description below. A lot of the tools we use in the shop are listed for sale there, and we get a small cut if you purchase anything. And if you want to see the Brabus smart car, yes, I didn't even know those things were a thing. A Brabus smart car? Make sure to hit the subscribe button because there is a video coming on that smart car for sure. Thanks for watching.